Don't do it too loud. Ah! Kronk, the emperor needs his drink. Hello my little porcupines, and welcome back to a new video. I am currently at the Celtic Manor Resort. This was my treat. A little life update will probably set the scene for this video. Me and Josh have been in a temporary accommodation for a bit. Unfortunately, we are having to move out of that temporary accommodation because the people who own the whole property that we live on, we're basically in an annex, have sold their property to cash buyers. We've had to find somewhere else to live, so we're buying somewhere together. So this will be our first home together.
After 5 years.
Actually, let's do a cheers because we've actually just had an offer accepted on a new home. We've got a 3-bedroom house in Wales and Somerset. And the reason for this trip was because it's just been quite stressful getting to this point. We're just here for one night. We've been to the Celtic Manor before and you can get some really good deals. This was £178 and we've got an overnight stay. We get breakfast in the morning. We've got access to the spa facilities and we've got a £30 dinner allowance each. There's lots of tips and tricks, I feel, on how to actually have a really good time when you're at the Celtic Manor Resort. It's not a perfect place to stay, but you can definitely have a really nice time here. One thing else I do want to mention is, although it was £178, you do pay £10 for parking for guests, which I do think is a little bit of a cheek. We're gonna go to the facilities before dinner. There's 2 different spa facilities. So there's the Forum Club, I think it's called, and that's like the main one, but it can be quite busy. And then they've got like a golf club, which is like a separate part of the resort. And they've got spa facilities there, which are always quieter. I hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you're new here. Also want to say that I feel like I'm starting to get a couple of people that I can see regularly posting on videos and things that I do. And it really makes my day when people comment. Cheers to that, and thank you for supporting me. I really, really appreciate it. And I love you loads. Room tour. So this is our room for the night. We're on the top floor, floor 10. Crikey. Yeah, we're up pretty high. It's actually quite a nice view, Josh. Like, obviously you can see the road, but it's got a little table and chairs here. Desk and mirror. TV. The bathrooms are always quite nice. Hopefully it's similar to what we've had before. Yeah. I always like the bathrooms in here. I like all the marble. It feels quite luxurious. Separate shower. Toilet. The robes are really good here as well. They're very thick. Perfect for when you get out of the pool. Very drying. You get some slippers as well.
Oh, I've drunk water.
Ah. That's not very good. Someone's drank half all the water and left it.
Yeah.
Is that even free?
No, it's got a lid on it.
You do get a selection of biscuits. That's Bar Breath, very Welsh, and some shortbread. Good range of like tea and coffees. Every floor has an ice machine, so we're off to find some ice because we've got a bottle of Prosecco. Because obviously to buy it here would be extortionate. So this is always what we do. We bring a bottle of Prosecco, go find the ice machine, top up on ice. We usually fill it up multiple times and then put it in the sink. And then it gets nice and cold. That must be like the presidential suite. It's got its own little thing. Yeah, last time we complained about the room and then someone knocked on the door with a free bottle of Prosecco. So that was lovely. And top tip, if you're here, don't be shy about complaining. There's usually quite a few things, like, because it's such a big hotel, I think they find it hard to get it all perfect. Bingo. Don't jump, you've got so much to live for. We're just heading to Merlins Bar for a cocktail. Yeah, the room is very hot because you're on the 10th floor and obviously heat rises. And the aircon isn't the most efficient, so I'll report back on that. And we're booked in to use the spa facilities at 4:30. Prosecco in the sink, and you didn't see it coming, didn't see it coming. Prosecco in the sink. Going to the facilities now. The pool was full of kids. Josh has actually just gone downstairs to complain because our room aircon just isn't working and it's 24 degrees in here. Yeah, we've given it a fair crack with the aircon. That's not working. So, and we tried to call down to the reception and they weren't answering for like 10 minutes. So it's not great. Apparently we're changing rooms to floor 6, which is like the signature suites. And he said they all come with complimentary wine. And he's upgraded our breakfast tomorrow to steak on 6, which is like the one on floor 6, which is, I don't know, I guess it's like a more luxury breakfast or something, all free of charge. Apparently we went to the pool and we were told it would be especially quiet, but there were so many kids everywhere and we just found out apparently there's an inflatable pool session for like kids and families. So we went there to relax and we were told explicitly to go there to relax. And actually he was like, oh, that's not on. And then because we said it's hotter in this room than in the sauna. And there's little bottles of water. So yeah, I think like he felt a bit bad about it. So I'll show you the new room that we're in. More wine. Can't go wrong with that. Welcome to our suite. This is definitely an upgrade. We've got a balcony. I mean, it just looks and feels so much nicer. This bed is absolutely humongous. We've got... Yeah, so we've got a balcony with a view now. And then apparently, we've got this note saying, with our compliments, a chilled bottle of white wine is in the fridge, and we can also go and get a glass of Prosecco at the Signature Lounge. And we've actually got waters this time. And Welsh cakes. And we've got the biscuits as well, and we took the ones from the other room. Espresso machine. Let's see if the bathroom's any different. This feels a lot nicer. You got your own little Oh wow, the bathroom's way nicer. Got a little cubby hole there to do your number 1s and 2s. Bath. Okay, I'm much happy with this. It doesn't feel too hot either.
Happy boys.
I think I like this little life.
This little life.
I don't scrub up too bad, y'all. We're about to go and get our free glass of Prosecco from the Signature Lounge.
Does it taste better because it's free?
Everything tastes bad because it's free. This was a crab cake with pickled samphire and chili relish, and then this was a salad with pearl barley, halloumi, and it was very smoky. We both had some stacked burgers with bacon and everything. It was very filling. I can't do it. So we're gonna show you some more of the resort. We're heading down to the Manor House, which is another place that you can stay. Although I have stayed there before, and it did smell like smoke in the room, so got good memories. But just showing you around now. Oh, yes, queen.
This is really scary. We don't know where we are. But this is what we do every time we come here.
We get lost.
We wander around the hotel. We go into the bits that maybe we're not supposed to be, but there's no signs. There's no signs. There's no signs. So let's just see what we find. Good luck.
Just come back to the room. We've got a pillow spray. We were like, someone's been in here. Obviously, we realised we're in a hotel and that's pretty normal for someone to come in and do like a turn down service, but we didn't really agree to that. Josh is asking me to tell you the story because Josh used to have a lavender room spray and he kept it by his bed. And this was like early days that we were going out, like dating. And we'd been drinking, as you do. We went to bed and I was so thirsty. And like I woke up really disorientated and then I sprayed his lavender spray in my mouth because I thought it was like water. And it was absolutely disgusting. I basically just sprayed chemicals in my mouth. Woke Josh up and it was a whole thing. And now Josh won't ever let me live that down. The fact that I literally just tried to drink his lavender room spray. Let me talk you through breakfast. So this was a selection of breads, pastries and juices. As you can see, it was very well stocked. We were actually the only ones there when we first arrived, so it was quite nice to have the whole place to ourselves. The hot food was done very well, I must admit. So this was grilled tomatoes, and then they had mushrooms, which don't look the best, but they were really like garlicky and they were very nice, actually, very tasty. The sausages were really meaty, really tasty, actually. I wasn't gonna have them because I was sick of meat from all of the beef burger I had last night, but I had to go for it. And then this was potatoes with leeks and cheese, bit different, but it really went well. And this is it all served up. And then guys, I'm still thinking about this blueberry muffin. It was the best blueberry muffin I've ever had. It was a bit almondy and it was so moist. And then this was a vanilla pastry that Josh had. Good morning. Feeling slightly fragile. So I thought I'd do a quick summary. Obviously, initially, impressions weren't great. Our room was really hot. And then we had that bad experience at the spa. But after we complained and we got moved to the signature suites, we've had a really 5-star experience. Dinner last night at the grill. The portions were absolutely huge. Like, I didn't even finish the burger. So the grill is more of a cheaper alternative to some of the restaurants here. So there's several restaurants. The grill is obviously, as it says in the name, it's like grilled food. So you can get like burgers and steaks and things like that. Then there's one called Rafters, which is, I think, like predominantly like Welsh sourced food. And it's quite expensive and quite luxury. And then there's Steak on Six, which I think is that's their like bougiest restaurant, and they do like tasting menus and things, and it's, I don't know, the menu reads a little bit pretentious. I've never been there, but if that's your thing. The Olive Tree, which is like the main one, and that's when they do like a buffet style type of dinner. So if you're quite picky with your food or you're with a family, that would be a good option. But I find that the food is a little bit more average because it's buffet type food. Obviously it's better than like your standard buffet, but it's still not done that well because it's catering for the masses. There's another one called Pad, which is Asian food, but they try and make it a little bit more fancy. And I have had that one before under a different name, but I think it's still done by the same chef, and it didn't blow me away, to be honest. It felt expensive for what it was. Breakfast this morning, usually you'd have to go downstairs and it's quite a big buffet with lots of people. It's very busy, but this was the same sort of food, but it was just on a smaller scale, and it was quieter, it felt more intimate. I would say it was like a 10 out of 10 experience, really. The only thing that let the breakfast down was that they didn't have like a toast machine there. I did see that someone asked and got their bread toasted, so obviously they do toast your bread, but they didn't give us that as an option, so we kind of missed out on some toast. The scrambled eggs were absolutely out of this world. Overall, rating the stay, it's had its ups and downs, but an 8 out of 10. I would come back, but I'd recommend, if you are staying, to do the signature suites. I'm not sure how much extra it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you've been to the Celtic Manor and what you thought of it.